Welcome to the Tennessee Star Evening News Update for Tuesday, July 26, 2022. I'm Michael Patrick Leahy. In the news tonight, the window to apply for the job of Attorney General of Tennessee is closing. If you're a licensed attorney in the state, you have until noon Central Time this Friday, July 29th, to submit your application to the Tennessee Supreme Court. We'll tell you why the 5 members of the Tennessee Supreme Court get to select the state's Attorney General, and we'll tell you about their plans for picking a new Attorney General to succeed current Attorney General Herb Slattery. Now, here's a very Nashville story for you. Country music star John Rich has released his new single with a very pro-America theme using Truth Social and Rumble. We'll tell you why his new song, titled Progress, shot to #1 and why he chose to go around the woke record labels to release it independently. And in our lead story tonight, outside groups have already spent more than $1.7 million to influence the outcome of the hotly contested race for the GOP nomination in Tennessee's 5th Congressional District. You may recall that district now includes parts of Davidson County, parts of Wilson County, parts of Williamson County, and all of Marshall, Murray, and Lewis counties. Election Day is a week from Thursday, that's August 4th, and this race is lining up to be the most expensive congressional primary contest in the country this election cycle. We'll have that lead story and more after these messages.
Williamson County is a unique and wonderful place. We've worked hard to get here. Our success was founded on conservative principles and common sense solutions. Gino Bolso and his wife Kathy chose our community over a quarter century ago for these reasons. Gino wants to represent us in Nashville. A rock-solid conservative, Gino will promote fiscal responsibility, common sense growth, and he will support law enforcement. Vote Gino, State Representative. Paid for by Bolso for State Representative Bob Weatherly, Treasurer.
In our lead story tonight, several out-of-state groups, including the Club for Growth, are spending well over $1 million to boost Murray County Mayor Andy Ogle's bid for the Republican nomination in Tennessee's 5th Congressional District and to attack his opponents, former Speaker of the Tennessee House Beth Harwell and retired Brigadier General Kurt Winstead. And 2 recently formed super PACs, one of which is funded by Silicon Valley billionaire Larry Ellison, are attacking Andy Ogles. Ogles, Winstead, and Harwell are the 3 leading contenders for the GOP nomination in the primary election that will be held 1 week from Thursday on August 4th. Club for Growth famously spent $1 million against then-candidate Donald Trump in the 2016 presidential election. It later supported his 2020 re-election. The Club for Growth's School Freedom Fund PAC, based in Washington, D.C., and registered in November of 2021, has spent well over $400,000 in television ads and mail pieces attacking Beth Harwell and Kurt Winstead. And the Wisconsin-based USA Freedom Fund, which spent over $1.5 million to oppose former President Trump's endorsed candidate for U.S. Senate in Ohio this election cycle, J.D. Vance. This group, affiliated with Club for Growth, has spent at least $786,000 to support Ogle's records show. The Virginia-based Americans for Prosperity Action, which does business as AFP Action or Libre Action, and has endorsed Ogles, has spent significant money backing him as well. FEC records show AFP Action has spent at least $200,000 in support of Ogles' campaign. With 9 days left until election, outside groups have already spent over $1.3 million to support Ogle's campaign or attack his opponents, but 2 other outside groups, Tennessee Conservatives and Conservative Americans, have spent $600,000 attacking Andy Ogles. Now, $200,000 of those attack funds were spent by a group called Tennessee Conservatives PAC. That was funded earlier this year with a $1 million contribution from Silicon Valley billionaire Larry Ellison. It was originally established to support disqualified candidate Morgan Ortagus. She has subsequently supported Kurt Winstead. Another $400,000 of attacks on Andy Ogles are funded by a new group formed just 2 weeks ago called Conservative Americans. We don't know who has funded them, but odds are this new group is closely connected to the group funded by Silicon Valley's Ellison. So, with 9 days until Election Day, more than $2 million has been spent by outside groups to influence the August 4th Republican primary in the 5th Congressional District of Tennessee. The top 3 candidates have raised significantly less than that. Don't be surprised if the total amount spent by these outside groups ends up exceeding $4 million. We'll keep you posted on this story between now and primary election day, August 4th. If you're a licensed attorney in the state of Tennessee and you want to become our next Attorney General, you have just a few more days to submit your application. The deadline for an individual to submit an application to be considered in the Tennessee Supreme Court's process of choosing the next Attorney General is this Friday, July 29th. And if you're wondering why the 5 members of the Tennessee Supreme Court select the state's Attorney General, you're not alone. Tennessee is the only state where the Supreme Court selects the Attorney General. In 43 states, the Attorney General is directly elected. In 5 states, the governor nominates the Attorney General, and that nominee must be confirmed by the state legislature. In Maine, the state legislature picks the Attorney General. Tennessee is the only state where the Supreme Court selects the Attorney General. It's been part of the state constitution since way back in 1835, and the title of the job is Attorney General and Reporter. That is sort of like the clerk of the Supreme Court. Interestingly, it's the Tennessee General Assembly that defines the duties of the Attorney General and passes the budget for the office. Quote, interested candidates must submit an application by noon Central Time on Friday, July 29th, 2022. The Supreme Court will hold a public hearing to interview candidates on August 8th and August 9th at the Nashville Supreme Court building. The hearings will be live streamed to the TN Court's YouTube page. That's what the court said in a statement earlier in June. The court opened the application process on July 15th. Current Tennessee Attorney General Herb Slattery is not seeking an additional 8-year term and will leave office on August 31st. The court additionally said, quote, under the state constitution, the Tennessee Attorney General and Reporter is appointed by the state Supreme Court and serves an 8-year term. The term for the new Attorney General will begin September 1st, 2022. On the topic of public hearings, it says, quote, the court will review the timely submitted complete applications and select those applicants who will continue in the selection process and participate in the public hearing. Here's the bad news. We don't know who has applied for the job, and we don't know the criteria used by the court to whittle down the applicant pool down to 8 candidates. That was the number of finalists last time around in 2014. So far, the Tennessee Supreme Court has given no indication that it plans on holding the kind of robust public hearings you might expect for such an important position. We'll keep you posted on those developments. Up next, Star News Network Chief Meteorologist Daphne DeLorean has your Middle Tennessee Fresh Forecast.
Hey friends, happy Tuesday. Chief Meteorologist Daphne DeLorean here. All right, unsettled weather works its way into Middle Tennessee. We're talking about a few rounds of showers and storms going into this evening, even into Wednesday. In fact, a greater chance of showers and storms on Wednesday. Basically, this evening is a spotty shower and storm event. Now, don't be surprised. A few of these storms that do develop could be on the stronger side, with damaging wind as the greatest threat. If you are heading out this evening, just go ahead and grab an umbrella, have it handy. Temperature of 86 right around 7 p.m., so it's still hot, still muggy out there. Nothing like last week. Thank goodness. Overnight low of 74 degrees with just isolated showers and storms going into tonight, later night. Okay, Wednesday, we're talking about another round, a better chance for showers and storms during the day and even late Wednesday night. So a 50% chance of rain on Wednesday. We'll call it scattered showers and storms. Some of these storms that do develop could be on the stronger side once again, with damaging wind as the greater threat. Now, the cloud cover is aiding in basically keeping temperatures not getting into the upper 90s like we were last week, more so the lower 90s. But keep in mind, you throw in dew points in the 70s, it's going to feel more like the upper 90s to even triple digits for some of us. So it's still going to feel hot and muggy out there. It's not just as dangerous as it was last week. Okay, so we get to Wednesday night showers and storms. Stick around, and we get to the late night after midnight. That's when I bump it up to a 60% chance of showers and storms. So during the day, 50% will kind of dwindle down a little bit in the evening, but then we pick back up with our shower and storm chances going late Wednesday night into a good chunk of your Thursday. It's just going to be a soggy Thursday. Now, it's good news because some of us really could use the rain. So no complaints there. Just keep that in mind with any outdoor plans. Have a plan B so it doesn't get rained out. All right, my friends, I'm Chief Meteorologist Daphne DeLorean. This was your Middle Tennessee Fresh Forecast. Meet me right back here, same time, same place tomorrow for an update on the timing of these storms. And hey, might even give you a little sneak peek to the weekend forecast. I'll let you know if it's sunny or if you need another plan B with showers and storms in the forecast. Okay, friends, see you later. Bye for now.
In Nashville, we're known as Music City. That's because of our rich history as the center of the country music industry. The Grand Ole Opry has been here for almost a century now. One leading light in the country music industry in Nashville is John Rich. He's half of the iconic Big and Rich country duo, and he's an outspoken conservative. He's sick and tired of woke record labels and group station owners, so he decided to bypass the traditional industry machinery and release his latest song, Progress, last Friday via two fledgling free speech social media platforms, Truth Social, owned by former President Donald Trump, and the Rumble video community. Within hours, he soared up the Apple iTunes song chart to #1 in the world, supplanting such megastars as Billie Eilish, Kate Bush, and Lizzo, with lyrics that directly challenge the political notion that progressive ideology has brought progress for America. The lyrics capture the mood of the populist conservative movement in America today. Here they are. He starts with this, quote, "There's a hole in this country where its heart used to be, and old glories divided, on fire in the street. They say building back better will make America great. If that's a wave of the future, all I've got to say, stick your progress where the sun don't shine. Keep your big mess away from me and mine." Gotta love those lyrics. Rich told John Solomon and Just the News on Friday night that the outcome of his experiment could be industry changing. Here's what he said, quote, "Here I am with no record label, no publisher, no marketing deal. I just got a song that speaks to a lot of people, and Truth Social and Rumble pushed it out there. And man, I'm really proud of what we did today." Rich said that while most country fans and artists have remained true to the roots of country music and its values, the marketing and distribution machines have increasingly become woke. So we suspected that traditional radio station groups, record labels, and social media like Twitter would shun or shadow ban his new song and its conservative-friendly theme. That's when the idea of trying Truth Social and Rumble as an experiment was born. Quote, "When I'm talking about them shutting down our voices, I'm talking about Twitter and YouTube and Facebook." And I thought, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Truth Social and reach out to Rumble because they still allow free speech over there. Why would I launch the song on the platforms that I'm railing against in the lyrics? The payoff from Friday's experiment, John Rich told John Solomon on Just the News, was that he could inspire other artists like him. So far, the YouTube version of Progress has more than 600,000 views, and the Rumble version has more than 140,000 views. Just a reminder, subscribe on our YouTube channels, the Tennessee Star and the Star News Network. And yes, a Rumble channel is coming soon. That's the Tennessee Star Evening News Update for Tuesday, July 26, 2022. I'm Michael Patrick Leahy. I'll see you on the radio tomorrow morning from 5 a.m. to 8 on Talk Radio 98.3 and 1510 WLAC.